Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. I am not gay. This video series is about the key parts in Revelation and other parts of the Bible that connect to it, that prove definitively that the world is being transformed into the top layer of hell. I'm going to keep these videos under 2 or 3 minutes or so this time because they've made it very difficult for me to make longer videos, and I don't have much of a choice. It's going to be painful, but I'm going to make sure that happens. I'm only going to go over a couple scriptures in order to achieve this. A couple scriptures in each video. So this first video, we're going to talk about Isaiah 34, which connects the idea of chaos and desolation to a burning lake of sulfur. So being removed from the presence of God, being outside the divine order, comes with severe consequences. We see that with the various comparisons, right? The guy from American Pie versus somebody who is more on point than the Black Panther in the comic books or something, right? The Royal African Falcon Martial Art Order. Okay, a lot of money spent in society confuses. But if you look at the point of references, it's key here. It's when someone's in the divine order, they have more appeal. For example, if you're a Japanese nerd, you have less appeal than a Japanese samurai. The Japanese samurai isn't in the divine order, but he's doing things that are similar in a certain way to some degree, and it gives him some kind of results. Okay, but they themselves also were in a state of chaos and desolation. And if you look carefully at the rules of, feudal Japan or what have you, you start to come to that conclusion fairly quickly. That's a story for another day. I'm just trying to give you some quick examples. Anyway, so we see in Revelation 14 where an angel says that if anyone accepts the mark of the beast, that they will be tormented with burning sulfur. They will be in a state of chaos and desolation and suffering and misery and confusion, etc., in front of God Almighty and the Lamb. We see in Revelation 20 where it says that the devil is thrown into a burning lake of sulfur and the smoke of his torment rises forever and ever. And we see that in Isaiah 30, the smoke is connected, right? It says, see, the name of the Lord comes from afar with burning anger and dense clouds of smoke. His lips are full of wrath and his tongue is a consuming fire. His breath is like a rushing torrent rising up to the neck. He shakes the nations in the sieve of destruction. He places in the jaws of the people bits that leads them astray. So they're being led astray from the Spirit of God, from worthwhile lives, what have you. And the smoke of their torment is rising forever and ever. And it connects to the cloud burst in Isaiah 30, which connects to the cloud that Christ comes back on. So there's clouds of smoke. There's a cloud as a connection of righteousness. And there's cloud burst as a martial arts strike, right? His arm coming down with raging anger and consuming fire with cloud burst, thunderstorm, and hail. We'll continue this in the next part.